All right, everybody, we are live. Can everybody see me and hear me? Okay. Okay, Todd, if you keep acting like this, I am going to ban you. Todd Smith, I'm sick of your garbage, all right? I am going to ban you if you keep acting like that. Okay. So, I know we got a pretty interesting Sunday night football game going on right now. But I did want to stream for a little bit tonight, talking about tonight's game or today's game. Hope everybody is doing well. And hopefully we can get this Bears defense to play a little bit of football here. They're not a good defense, like just in general, they're not good. Yeah, Tyler, I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to be we're a high turnover offense, and it is what it is. Hopefully we can win anyway. I had dinner forever ago. I had dinner forever ago. Yeah. It's like what? Almost 7:30? Of course. I never have dinner that late. Yeah, Trent Williams has been out for a little while here, but this Bears team sure makes it look like it doesn't really matter that much. I hope that's not true overall. Yeah. Yeah, Jesse. You are correct. There's no way this game ends in a tie. These teams can't stop scoring. It really feels like Shanahan's figured out some kind of cheese tactic with offense that nobody can stop. Like, this is without Kittle, and now it's without Trent Williams, and it's without Brandon Ayuk. That's insane. Anyway, so Seahawks played a pretty good game today. Got it done. Defense was phenomenal. Defense was special. Offense, more forgettable, but got the job done. Man, Bears just going to really sit back in zone and get picked apart underneath and over the middle. Yeah, the Bears defense has been bad all year. They just force turnovers. So they're probably DOA in the playoffs. And keep in mind, there's a pretty significant portion of that Niners fan base that calls for Shanahan to get fired every offseason. Like every offseason, there is a significant chunk of the Niners fan base that wants Shanahan fired. Think about that for a second, guys. Imagine if there were Seahawks fans that wanted to fire Mike McDonald. It's about as ludicrous. If McDonald can't figure out a solution to this Shanahan offense, I'll be pretty disappointed. If there's anybody who should be able to figure it out, it should be him. Like, I'm sorry, that's a big reason why McDonald is here. A big reason why McDonald is here is to figure out the 49ers. The Darnold thing is tough, but I think what I really take away from all this, we have standards that are too high. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but our standards are too high. We think every quarterback should just play like an MVP at all times. We can't handle the variance at all. This fan base cannot handle any variance. And it's tough, man. Well, Shaheed's faster than Horton. Shaheed's one of the fastest players in the NFL. So whatever we lost in terms of speed with Horton, we got back with Shaheed. So I don't think it's that simple. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I can't bring myself to be that worried about the Niners. And honestly, if we lose to the Niners next week, there's going to be a part of me that kind of goes, all right, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not a true Super Bowl contender yet, and I got to be cool with that. Like, no disrespect intended, but if you can't beat this Niners team in the state that they're in with all these injuries they got, then I can't really consider that to be a Super Bowl, a true blue contender. Nathan, we save a lot more than $3 million if we cut Kupp in the offseason, and I think that we probably will at this point. Flag down. I think Kupp gets cut. Wow. Yeah, 9 million. Yeah, Kupp is starting to be a problem here. He doesn't get the ball often enough to mess up as much as he does. Why do you believe that the Seahawks seem to play so much better in the second half? I think they wear teams down a little bit because they do run the ball a lot. And eventually that just wears them down. Well, Corey, I mean, he did, but it was clearly that part was an accident, so I don't think he should have been ejected. I mean, it was correctly called a penalty, and that's fine. But DK could be released by the Steelers if they miss the playoffs. Maybe if they want to pay him a ton of money to not be on their team, but I doubt they want to do that. They already just said they're not going to void the guarantees, right? Wow, man. Bears can't do nothing on defense. This looks so familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't this make you think of the Carroll defense? I don't know. I'm pretty done with Kupp. It was a worthwhile try, and he has helped this year. I think that his tutelage for JSN has been valuable. Wow. That's embarrassing. I don't know. We got to get Kupp out of here. I was on the fence, but last couple weeks, it's like I got to be able to do better than that. Yeah, this Bears defense, man. Turnover or nothing. Well, if McDonald can't solve this Niners defense a little bit next week, I'm going to think they just found like a cheese tactic. They just found some way to break NFL defenses. And it might not be until next year when someone figures out what the hack is. Why are we talking about trading for Joe Burrow? We have 13 wins. You guys kill me, man. You guys kill me. We just won a game on the road against a good team to go to 13-3, and people are talking about trading for Joe Burrow. You are not serious people. You think Kupp would take a pay cut to stay next year? I don't know. I never assume that a player will be willing to take a pay cut, though, because usually they don't. Guys, I love Joe Burrow, but what we have right now is working really well. I don't think Kupp has been a good blocker this year at all, is the thing. I don't feel like Kupp is blocking well at all. That's the thing. Like, I like the idea of Kupp, but what we're actually getting out of Kupp has been kind of. I feel like I could have gotten the same thing out of a fifth round pick. I mean, his leadership has been nice, but at a certain point, you don't get much out of that. Sam Darnold is overpaid. That's a very interesting point of view. Don't know what you think quarterbacks should be making in this league. Yeah, the drops with Kupp are just killing me. He doesn't get the ball thrown his way enough to have those drops. By the way, guys, how do I sound? I'm still fiddling with the microphone. I'm not thrilled with some of the feedback it gives me, but how do I sound right now? Are we really going to give Cooper Kupp a big share of the credit for winning 13 games this year? Really? Really? And even if we do, like, he's going to be a year older next year, and he was ridiculously healthy this year. He missed one game. I sound good, but a little bit quiet. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Darnold is probably better than Lamar at this point. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather have Darnold. I think Lamar is pretty clearly on the other side of it. Ugh. Excuse me, guys. Disgusting. Yeah, I feel like Crosby has to be the play. It's so rare a player that good becomes available. Who was the voice of our offense? Probably Sam Darnold, honestly, if I had to guess. Man, I really like the way Caleb's game is coming along. I really do like the way things are coming along for him. I think he's going to be real good. I am a fan. I am a Caleb Williams fan. Josh, Jordan Love is bad. Okay. Let's be real here. Jordan Love is bad. Malik Willis might actually be better. Chill. Like, hate to break it to you, but Jordan Love is bad at football. Maybe he's good at electric football, but I don't think he's good at real life football. That'd be amazing, Nathan. I doubt we could pull that off, but that would be amazing. Whoa. Okay, this is kind of a big third down. It feels like the Bears lose by default if they punt. Can we win 10 in a row in this conference? I mean, we're here, right? Why not? Who says we can't? We just got to keep winning. What a throw. What a throw by Mr. Caleb. Yeah, that's the thing. The Niners, their pass rush is trash, and their run defense is slipping too. We really should be able to put up some points on them. Defensive MVP for the Hawks so far this year? Probably Ernest Jones. The stuff that he does against the run allows this team to be incredibly good against the run, even though they never stack the box almost ever. Nothing new on Shaheed. He's probably going to miss the Niners game, though. Usually when you get a concussion, you miss a game. Why is a Packers fan even in this stream right now, man? The hell do the Packers have to do with anything right now? Nothing on Horton. At this point, I would assume that Horton's out for the year. If you're Mike McDonald, how do you game plan against the 49ers? Well, Mike has had success against this Niners team already, right? He basically castrated Brock Purdy in that Ravens game a couple years ago. Last year, he did well against him in the second game. Okay, well, we got a flag. Wow, that's a huge call. What do you think happens with Milrow? Um, I'd love to trade him. I'd love to trade him in like the Crosby trade or something since the Raiders might need a quarterback, but I don't know, man. I don't know what value he has. I'm just not obviously I don't like him as much as other people do, but I don't know if there is trade value there. Well, I guess he got into field goal range. Bears going for it. Okay. I actually don't mind it, but if they don't get it, it feels like the game is over. Yeah, how the hell did the Packers not put up points on this Bears defense, man? They got it. They got it. By the way, guys, I wrote 3 different articles for On SI um, today after the game. Go check those out if you get the opportunity. Just go to On SI, Seahawks On SI, and you can find my articles there. They're all on the front page. I've also posted links to them on X, the community tab, and the alert channel on the Discord. Do you think Lawrence retires at season's end? Why would he do that? He's playing a really good... He's playing really good. Josh, the Packers actually lost to the Panthers. What the hell are you doing? Why are you here? The Packers lost to the Panthers, like straight up. You lost to some bum backup quarterback in Baltimore whose name I can't even remember. Jeez. Anyway. But yeah, D-Law's playing really good. Why would he retire? I'm sure he wants to come back and try to earn another contract in the following year because he'll be in a contract year in 2027. Yeah, you lost to the Browns. You lost to the Browns, dude. And I'd understand a Niners fan being in here saying stuff, even though we have a better record than them. But a Packers fan? Oh, Tyler Huntley. Okay, thank you. Oh, that reminds me. So is Lamar going to be back for next week because the Ravens are now playing for the division, right? If I recall correctly, the Ravens are now playing for the division. So is Lamar going to be back? Worst contract, Love or Hurts? I don't know, man. I want to say Hurts, but now I'm not sure. All right. We got a touchdown by De Beers. Oh, yeah. We got 130 people in here right now, by the way. So thanks, everybody, for coming out and spending part of your night with me. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Click the like button if you get a second. Helps out. Subscribe if you're new. We just recently hit 20,600 subs. Would be great to get to 21,000 by the end of Seattle's season, whenever that comes. I don't know how likely that is, but if you haven't subbed and you like the content, please do so. If you want to go above and beyond that, please donate via Super Chat, tipping, link near the top of the description, or Patreon. Those are the best ways to support. You can become a member as well.
You said beer, you have to chug one now.
Scarecrow, thank you for the $2. I don't have a beer to chug, man. I don't. Ever since you beat Aaron Rodgers in week 2, Aaron Rodgers plays for the Steelers. You still care about Aaron Rodgers? He plays on the Steelers now. That'd be like a Seahawks fan still caring about Russell Wilson. All right, kickoff. He's rage baiting. I know, but there isn't a lot going on in the chat tonight, so whatever. Bears need to get better on D. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they know that. They've spent their whole offseason building up the offense, and it's paid off, but yeah, I feel pretty good about next week right now, to be perfectly honest. And if we lose, that will be a little bit of a wake-up call to me. That'll be a wake-up call that, like, I don't think we're where we want to be quite yet. Where does JSN rank in all-time Hawks receivers? Like, peak or career? How are you talking? Are you talking career or peak? Oh, holding. That could be big. We'll see. I worry that Robert Saleh has the Seahawks number. I don't know if we have enough data to conclude that, especially because this team is so different from most of the teams Saleh has coached against. Where did I put my water? Hold on one second. Okay, we're back. Man. Mm. Yeah, something fishy was going on today. There was some BS today with the referees. That was some crap we had to deal with. So don't tell me it can't be overcome, because clearly it can be overcome because we did it today. So I don't want to hear anything to the contrary. Wow, man. The Niners just keep running slants over the middle. They did this against Indy too. And nobody can do nothing about it. All right. So we're going to need a fluke turnover, I think, because the Bears are not going to earn a stop anytime soon. But yeah, I was losing my mind with the officials in that game. I can't even lie. Like probably 7 or maybe even 8 ridiculous calls or non-calls. Not okay. Not okay at all. A pick six would mean that the 49ers would get the ball right back, though. We don't want that. We want the Bears to get an interception, and then we want them to take down the last 12 minutes of the game so there's no time left, and then kick a game-winning field goal. That's what we want. Anything else is not sufficient. Oh, and just as a reminder, Bears fans tried to spam all of their players into the Pro Bowl, including the guys on their defense. I don't know if you guys saw the fan voting for the defense last week, but legitimately there were 3 Bears defensive tackles voted in the top 10. There were 2 Bears edge rushers. There were like 3 Bears corners. It was ridiculous. And this is the defense they spammed the Pro Bowl vote for. This garbage clown show of a defense. All right. Finally, they did something. You think it's worth tagging Woolen and trading him? I feel like he has good value now. That's an interesting idea. You don't want to be left holding a bag on him. But I don't hate that idea. If you can afford to have a temporary tag on somebody, yeah. Remember, you do get a compensatory pick too, so they can just decide to play that game. Did you see Anthony Bradford push Derek Brown to the ground with one arm and later pancake him on the long? Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Anthony Bradford has a really good highlight reel. It's just he has really bad lowlights. That is the issue with Bradford, but the highlights are actually pretty sweet. We're definitely not going to tag Mafe. Nobody's going to fall for that, Jeffrey. He's not even half as good as he needs to be worth tagging. No, that's a horrible idea.
What's next for Pete and Gino after this year?
Scarecrow, thank you for the 2. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see Gino get signed by the Chiefs if Mahomes isn't going to be ready to start the year. Just let Gino go to the Chiefs, play a month or 2 while Mahomes is rehabbing, and see if Andy Reid can get anything good out of him. So that's what I would like to see. And Pete just needs to retire and go away forever. Yeah, Pete just needs to call it good. I'm sorry, but I'm not really that sorry because, quite frankly, I think it was a little bit ridiculous for him to come back in the first place. So that's what I would go with. Yeah, you could get something for Woolen. He's certainly worth something. I'm open to it. I'm open to a few different things. I'm even open to keeping him long term. I just feel like his age, not his age, but the money makes it impossible because we have to extend Witherspoon. I know, O-Dog. I don't understand that call either, but whatever. It worked out. We got the ball right back, and then we got a touchdown when we were probably about to kick a field goal, so whatever. Should we be worrying about Zabel? I mean, for this year, yeah. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Zabel's not a very good player. Like, Zabel is not good. We're excited about him. He can get better, but right now he's just kind of maybe an average guard. And that's okay, but People get way too far ahead of themselves. Now, long term, I don't think there's anything to worry about. He's going to get better with time. But if you're asking me, do I think that there's a problem this year? Yeah, absolutely. And this is what happens when you start rookies. So, yeah, it is what it is. And we just have to live with it. And maybe it costs us a game in the playoffs, but that's how things go sometimes. Run for it, Caleb, run. If we get 1 seed, does that mean we win? Yes, by default, Fumi. You can't do one without the other. I don't know what we would do with Burden. Burden's pretty much a pure slot. And unlike JSN, I don't think he'll ever be anything more than that. All right, come on, Bears. Grind it out. Grind it out. Do you have anything positive to say about my Arizona Cardinals? Jonathan Gannon is somewhat better of a coach than I thought he would be. And I think the Cardinals should actually keep him for at least one more year. Really? He's at 40? What's the record? I thought he needed 6 more for the record. Are you telling me he only needs 5 more? I may have miscounted at some point. Oh, nice sneak. They got like 3 yards. Yeah, I don't think Jonathan Gannon's a bad coach. And I think it's really unfair he's going to get fired without ever getting to pick a quarterback. Yeah, McBride's good. That's always fun. Yeah, we can win the division as the 2 seed. You are correct. Oh, 48 is the record. Oh, Myers has 42 field goals now, I think, though. He made 2 today. Do you think trading Russ or firing Pete was the most impactful for Seattle? Um, oh man, that's actually really tough. That's really tough. Trading Russ got us those picks and saved us all that money, but the head coach is just going to be more impactful. Do Bears need to run like 7 minutes off the clock? I mean, I sure wish they would, but looks like they're just going to go, and I don't blame them. By the way, guys, I'm getting to as many comments as I can, but the chat's moving a little bit quick right now, and there is a game going on, so I may miss something. Don't be mad at me. Speaking of Rook struggling, Riley Mills isn't ready. Yeah, that one kind of frustrates me. It was not hard to see that coming, that he would not be ready. I don't think Mills can do anything for us this year. Wow, that was really close. Usually they let that go. Do we hire Pete Carroll? I mean, you can hire Pete Carroll if you want to, innocent bystander. I don't think you'd be happy with the result. Loveland's got more receiving talent than Barner. Let's be real here. I love Barner, but he's not the same kind of player as a Loveland. Yeah, we need a true nose tackle, man, and Peely was the closest thing we had to one. That's why I think some of these teams are leaning forward on us in the run game and doing kind of sort of passively.
Brendan here. I promise to bring beer next stream.
Thank you for the $2, Scarecrow. I appreciate that. Aw, he almost turned up field. Thank you, DDKK. Favorite and least favorite uniform for the Hawks? Well, the favorite has to be the retro, right? Least favorite's got to be those orange ones they did that one year. Really? Are they going to get another? Oh, wait. Is this on the Niners? Wow. Wow. That's basically handing the Bears a touchdown in a game like this. That feels like you're handing the Bears a touchdown. And if the Niners don't score here, if they give up the ball somehow, they're probably not getting it back. There's only 7 minutes left. So, if the Niners lose this game, they're resting their starters next week, right? There's no way they don't if they're smart, but maybe they're not smart. Ooh, that was a lot of risk for very little reward. I think it was 2009 O-Dog. The Seahawks wore orange jerseys for a couple games that year. Hmm. Look it up. I'm not making it up. 2009. That's the Mahomes play. That's the Mahomes play. I remember that. The Chiefs run that sometimes. Unless they care about seeding. Yeah, I don't know if they're even going to. Won't they be stuck at the 6 or something? I feel like they'd be stuck at the 6. Ooh! All right, field goal it is. They're going to need to get another stop, but if they do, I think we're in good shape. Oh yeah, KJ Wright's still on the Niners. Now that I think about it, I'm a little bit surprised he didn't jump to the Raiders with Pete, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Probably the final possession of the game. Very, very big stuff happening here. Oh, Hankins has already been declared out for the season. Yeah, Hankins basically isn't on the team anymore. So, what is the Bone Temple, by the way? Is it a sequel or is it a spin-off to 28 Years Later? Like, what is 28 Years Later, the Bone Temple? I don't understand. Is it like an extended version of 28 Years Later? I don't understand.
Thanks for your content. Question: with all the Darnold frustrations in some areas of the fandom, who would the QB options be for next season? I just don't get it, the itch to move on so quickly.
Thank you, Senor Tiny Baby Goats, for the $20 super chat. Who would the quarterback options be for next season? Well, some people really want to jumpstart the Milrow era. Some people really like Milrow. Other than that, there's really not much, right? You can go get like Daniel Jones or Will Levis or Malik Willis. You're right, there isn't a lot. But I think a lot of people just want to see what happens with Jalen Milrow. It's about that doctor guy, but is it a sequel or a spin-off or extended version of 28 Years Later? It's like 28 Years Later split into 2 movies? Okay. So it's kind of like what they did to Kill Bill? Or Dune? Ooh, he's fumbling the kickoff. Nah, it's okay. Does a tie hurt us? I think a tie is good, but I'm not 100% sure. I think a tie would actually work in our favor. What happens with K9 next year? I feel like he's not going to be here, but this stuff is really hard to figure out, man. Like, nothing is a sure thing. This isn't like previous years where you knew that the only free agents we were going to keep were guys like Ernest Jones. Yeah, Burrow is the only guy worth moving off of Darnold for, and I'm telling you guys, Burrow's going to have to make some pretty serious overtures to get out of Cincinnati. Yeah, McCaffrey's hurt. Huh. McCaffrey is hurt. Oof. Very little pressure on Purdy, but incomplete. If we let K9 go, do you think we keep Charbonnet long term? I could see that. I imagine you keep one or the other, or you can just keep drafting a new running back in day 2, year after year after year, which I think is a reasonable strategy as well. Just keep the line moving. Man, no pressure on Purdy, and somehow on a blitz, he couldn't find anybody. Ugh. Okay, well, we're pretty close to the point where the Niners are not going to be thinking about punting. If Clint left for head coach position, any thoughts for who to hire to replace? Maybe Jake Peets. Just promote Jake Peets from in-house. I imagine that would probably be a pretty reasonable option. I mean, we just won 13 games. We might win 14 next week. I don't think moving off the quarterback that just won us either a 13 or 14 game regular season is something that anybody is really thinking about. Remember, these guys who run these teams are not like us. Oh, the drop. Are you kidding me? All right, Josh, you're boring. That's enough of that. Yep. Referees are going to try to get these Niners a win. Todd Monken could come available. I don't think we're doing the college thing anymore. And he's not had a good year in Baltimore overall, is he? Like, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, okay. That is a good call. Wow. Hey, dummy. Take your hand off his head. Wow. Turn on the 40 about the score. What? I don't know what you just tried to say, Chantal. I don't know what you meant to say there. We have a lot of money, Wilbert. What are you talking about? We have plenty of money. Okay. Will the Niners kick a field goal if it comes to it? I don't know how much they trust their field goal kicker, and you're basically giving the Bears an opportunity to go win the game. If the opportunity comes up, how good would the Niners feel about kicking a field goal? That would be interesting to know. No, guys, it's okay. There's plenty of time. The Bears have 3 timeouts, 2:15, and the 2-minute warning. That was not a bad outcome. So I'm down with that. Now the Bears can go win the game. Well, how much does Todd Monken rely on having a mobile quarterback would be my question. Because Darnold is not willing to use his mobility, even though he has a little bit of it. So that has to be factored in here. All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. Okay, we are back. Excuse me. If they do, Nate, then there's not going to be a lot of faith in this team going into the postseason. So hopefully you're right. Yeah, you would think, but these teams sure can't figure it out, Green Earth. If it's that simple, they can't figure it out. I mean, Purdy's a noodle arm. That's the thing. Purdy's a noodle arm. Okay, here we go. You know, we have really not discussed the Seahawks game today at all in this stream. We've been so focused on this game, we haven't even really talked about the Seahawks game at all. Amusing thought that I had. Yeah, see, you guys are ahead of me. You guys are ahead of me by like 20 seconds. That's the problem when I live stream these games. I'm behind everybody else for some reason. All right, they got 60 yards to go, 2 minutes, 3 timeouts. Shouldn't be a big problem. Very true, Brian. Very true. Ugh, I have a frog in my throat. Hmm.
What HX making stat are you most proud of for this year?
Aircrow, thank you for the $2. What HX making stat are you most proud of? What is HX making stat? I'm not sure what you're getting at there. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Oh, history. Probably just the fact that we might be about to win 14 games for the first time ever. That's bigger than anything else. Metaphor or Rebirth? Probably Metaphor. Metaphor is a better game. And it's also a little bit more my style. I liked Rebirth a lot. I think Rebirth's a really amazing game, but I do wish they could be a little bit more true to their roots. I did wish that they had just made a more traditional game. Okay. Okay, 2nd and 5. Yeah, I was just hoping that D-Law would be good against the run. I did not think he would be getting back to form as a pass rusher like this. Oh, wow. Okay, free first down. What Seahawks do you think have a real shot at All Pro? Leonard Williams, Jason Myers, JSN. That's probably about it. Witherspoon missed too many games. Oh, shit. Okay. The Niners may rest starters if they lose this game next week. I would if I were them. They are incredibly beat up. Like, the Panthers probably regret playing hard today. They lost Jatavion Sanders. They probably don't have Sanders now. And he was actually one of their leading receivers, as much as that's kind of sad to say. No, Niners timeout. I mean, it's not fun for Jerry to see Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence in the playoffs and his team not. But the thing you guys got to understand, Jerry Jones only cares about making money, and he's still making money, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay, third down. All right, Caleb, there you go. See, that's the stuff Darnold needs to do every now and then. Ugh. They're moving kind of slow. Oh, come on, Loveland. They've only moved the ball like what, 20 yards, and they've used up about half their time. They still have all 3 timeouts. It's not a big deal, but they got to move a little bit more aggressively here. Ooh. All right, third down. Field goals do not matter, so the fact that they need another 10 yards for a field goal does not matter. Oh, very nice. Burden. Okay, 31-yard line. Let's go. Less than a minute to go. Any hot tub streams in the future? Actually, the hot tub did get filled up yesterday, so probably, now that you mention it. Okay, timeout. Timeout. 26-yard line, 39 seconds left. Here we go, people. I'm not going to be looking at the chat a ton right now because I know that there are going to be spoilers because you guys are ahead of me. But this would be nice. I think it changes things for us, but I don't know by how radically. Like, will the Niners actually rest starters next week? I don't know. I don't think it's a guarantee. Why was Burden not used more this season? He's a rookie, guys. It's not that simple. Like, he's a rookie. Hill. Not everybody is Anquan Bolden here. Sometimes rookies take a while. Remember, JSN didn't get used that much as a rookie. Big blitz. Big blitz. He had a man open, too. They had beat the blitz. It disrupted him too much. Excuse me. Oh, if he got that out early, that might be a touchdown. Like, that's a crossing route. I don't know if anybody's gets between the Bears and the end zone there. I think that was DJ Moore. 3rd and 5. Oh, Burden. Okay, 4th down for the game. I'm not looking at chat, guys. Wow. Maybe that's why they don't use Burden more often. I don't know. That was a pretty bad drop. Butt-ass naked drop. Butt-ass naked drop. Niners probably going to use a timeout here before the snap. Why are they huddling over the line of scrimmage? Oh, yep. There we go. Timeout. So, let's see here. Okay, here we go. 4th down. Okay. Okay. This is a lot like our first game against the Bears, remember? Excuse me, against the Niners, right? Down 4, we drive down. We couldn't finish. Maybe the Bears can, right? But that's what it feels like. Feels a lot like that Niners Seahawks game. From the 13. Uh-oh. Okay, throw it away. Niners do not have Bosa to save them. Excuse me. Oh, well, that's a first down, but they need a hustle. They need to go. They need to go. They need to go. Wow. So now they might only have like one more shot. Maybe they have two chances, but I don't know. I don't know if that was good or not. That might have not been optimal. That's tight, man. 4 seconds. If it was 5, that'd be fine. But now they might only get one more shot. Like that's brutal. I don't know if I like that. I think the Niners have one more timeout, so they're probably going to use it here. No, they have 2 more timeouts. Oh, yeah, this is going to be the last play. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the problem with that. Okay, well, Niners win, so next week's going to be for everything, and the Rams are now eliminated from winning the division. Yeah, see, that was, I don't know. That's the problem there. You would have had another shot at the end zone if you didn't do the hook and ladder. Although it did get you closer, but like the end zone gets so crowded there. I kind of hate it. Oh wow, Burden's down. Okay. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today, get to it, and go have some fun with sports this year.